100 years after the sinking of the Titanic in the Atlantic, its stories are resurfacing thousands of miles away into the consequences.
The Titanic, once a symbol of opulence and advanced technology, now lies on the ocean floor as a haunting symbol of human loss. In this video, we explore the top 15 chilling artifacts retrieved from the ship's wreckage, each serving as eerie reminders of the tragic events that unfolded on that fateful night in April 1912. Number 1. The Tarnished Pocket Watch. One of the numerous relics retrieved from the Titanic wreckage is a weathered pocket watch that once belonged to John Starr March, a 23-year-old English steward employed in the ship's first-class saloon. The pocket watch, with its cracked glass and corroded metal casing, serves as a chilling reminder of the crew members who perished in the calamity and the passage of time since the ship's tragic sinking. The watch was found close to the remains of March's body, still adorned in his steward's uniform. The watch's hands are frozen at 2:28 a.m., just moments after the Titanic submerged beneath the waves. This eerie detail establishes a tangible link to the ship's final moments and the desperate struggle of the crew members to rescue the passengers and themselves. Number 2. The EERIE messages in a bottle. The recovered messages in bottles from the Titanic wreckage offer a chilling and personal insight into the thoughts and feelings of the passengers and crew as they faced the ship's tragic demise. Scribbled hastily on scraps of paper or postcards, these messages reflect the desperation, hope, and fear that engulfed those on board during their final hours. One such message, penned by 19-year-old crew member Jeremiah Burke, bears a simple and poignant farewell. From Titanic, goodbye all, Burke of Glanmire, Cork. This message, placed in a small bottle and cast overboard, was discovered a year later washed ashore in Ireland. Jeremiah's farewell stands as a haunting testament to the lives lost and the last moments of those aboard the ill-fated vessel. Another message, written by passenger Paul Danby on a postcard, was also thrown overboard as the ship sank. It grimly conveys the dire situation unfolding. Sinking fast, women and children in lifeboats unable to make any headway with the lifeboats, ship going down fast. This postcard, found by a fisherman off the Newfoundland coast in 1913, offers a harrowing glimpse into the chaos and confusion during the ship's final minutes. A third message, written by crew member Frank Tower and found in a bottle near the wreckage, reveals the desperation and terror experienced by the crew. Our ship is going down fast. We are now in the water and I am holding onto a piece of wood. Frank's words capture the harrowing struggle for survival as the crew fought against the freezing waters of the Atlantic. Number 3. The ill-fated captain's cabin. The legacy of the Titanic's captain, Edward J. Smith, a seasoned mariner with an illustrious career, would forever be overshadowed by the catastrophe that occurred under his final command. The relics recovered from the captain's cabin offer a haunting glimpse into his life and the tragic unfolding of events during his watch. Among the discovered items from the captain's cabin are personal belongings like a shaving kit, a uniform button, and a pair of eyeglasses. These everyday objects, now worn and corroded by the passage of time, stand as stark reminders of the man who once helmed the grandest ship of his era, only to witness its tragic demise. Another artifact found in the captain's cabin is a set of keys that formerly belonged to the ship's purser, Herbert Walter McElroy. These keys would have granted access to the ship's safe and various secure compartments, serving as a chilling reminder of the valuables and treasures lost with the Titanic. Perhaps the most haunting artifact from the captain's cabin is a telegram sent by the nearby SS Californian, warning of ice in the vicinity. The telegram, which was never acknowledged by the Titanic's wireless operators, stands as a stark reminder of the missed opportunities and miscommunications that contributed to the disaster. The presence of this chilling telegram in the captain's cabin bears witness to the tragic sequence of events that led to the sinking of the Titanic. Number 4. The Creepy Doll Collection. Among the most haunting relics retrieved from the Titanic wreckage are a collection of dolls that were once cherished playthings of the children on board the ill-fated ship. These dolls, now weathered and damaged by time and the elements, serve as eerie reminders of the young lives lost and the innocence shattered by the tragedy. Each doll carries a story, offering a chilling glimpse into the world of the Titanic's youngest passengers. One particularly haunting doll found amidst the debris on the ocean floor is a porcelain doll known as Little Misfortune. The doll wears a torn dress and displays a cracked and discolored face. It is believed that Little Misfortune belonged to a young girl named Elin Esther Maria Paulsson, a 5-year-old Swedish child traveling in third class with her family. Tragically, Elin and her 3 siblings, along with their parents, perished in the disaster. The eerie presence of Little Misfortune serves as a heart-wrenching reminder of the young girl who once cherished it and the family that was lost to the sea. Another doll, a delicate bisque figurine of a baby, was discovered near the body of Sidney Leslie Goodwin, the 19-month-old English boy whose locket was mentioned earlier. This intricate figurine, likely a cherished possession for a child in the early 20th century, serves as a poignant reminder of the young life cut short by the catastrophe. The discovery of the doll near Sidney's remains, alongside the locket, establishes a tangible connection to the grief and loss experienced by the Goodwin family. A third doll, made from celluloid and featuring a hand-painted face, was found near the stern section of the wreckage. It is believed to have belonged to a young girl named Lillian Gertrude Asplund, a 5-year-old American traveling in third class with her family. Lillian was the sole survivor among her family, as her mother, father, and 3 brothers all perished in the disaster. The celluloid doll, now preserved in a museum, serves as a chilling reminder of the devastation endured by Lillian and the numerous other children who lost their families on that fateful night. Number 5. The Lost Works of Art. The Titanic was not just a remarkable feat of engineering and opulence. It also housed a floating exhibition of exquisite artwork. Many passengers and crew members brought valuable paintings and sculptures with them as they sailed across the Atlantic. These lost works of art, some of which have been retrieved from the wreckage, offer a chilling glimpse into the cultural treasures lost with the ship. Among the most notable artworks on board the Titanic was a large oil painting titled La Circassienne Aube by Belgian artist Emil Schuffenecker. Owned by Swedish businessman Moritz Håkan Bjornström Stephenson, who survived the disaster, the painting depicted a beautiful woman bathing in a tranquil landscape. Tragically, the painting was lost with the ship and has never been recovered. Another lost masterpiece was a collection of original etchings by renowned American artist James Whistler. The etchings were en route to an art gallery in New York and were stored in the ship's cargo hold, ultimately succumbing to the depths of the ocean. Though some of the etchings have been retrieved in a deteriorated state, many remain missing. One of the few recovered art pieces is a small bronze statue called Lucky, found among a passenger's personal belongings. The statue portrays a cherubic figure and stands as a haunting reminder of the hopes and aspirations of the passengers who tragically perished in the disaster. Number 6. The Unsinkable Molly Brown's Artifacts. Margaret Molly Brown, a prominent first-class passenger aboard the Titanic, is celebrated for her bravery and leadership during the tragedy. As a wealthy American socialite, she played a crucial role in assisting other passengers to safety and eventually boarded lifeboat number 6. Throughout the ordeal, Molly encouraged the women in her lifeboat to row and urged the crew to search for survivors in the water. Her remarkable actions earned her the moniker, the Unsinkable Molly Brown, and she became an emblem of strength and courage in the face of calamity. Artifacts associated with Molly Brown have been retrieved from the wreckage, offering glimpses into her life and experiences aboard the Titanic. Among these artifacts is a silver cup engraved with her name, which she used to enjoy champagne during the voyage. Now tarnished and corroded, the cup serves as a reminder of the luxury and extravagance experienced by the ship's first-class passengers, as well as a testament to the extraordinary woman who defied the odds to survive the catastrophe. Another artifact linked to Brown is a letter she wrote to her daughter after the sinking, describing her experiences and emotions during the ordeal. While the letter itself was not recovered from the wreckage, it has become an integral part of the Titanic's historical account, providing an intimate and chilling personal narrative of the disaster from the perspective of one of its most renowned survivors. Number 7. The Frightening Last Meal Remnants. The Titanic's Last Supper has become an emblem of the lavishness and grandeur that characterized the ship's brief existence. Artifacts retrieved from the ship's dining rooms and kitchens offer a haunting view into the culinary realm of the Titanic and the passengers who partook in their final fateful meal. One eerie artifact consists of silverware, still adorned with the ship's emblem, discovered scattered on the ocean floor. The tarnished cutlery, once used by passengers to savor their extravagant meals, now stands as a poignant reminder of the lives lost and the fleeting moments of normality before the tragedy struck. Another chilling remnant comprises a stack of porcelain dinner plates found amidst the ship's debris field. These plates, once utilized to serve delectable dishes to the Titanic's first-class passengers, now bear signs of wear and cracking from the passage of time and exposure to the elements. The presence of these plates, alongside other dinnerware, establishes a haunting link to the culinary world of the Titanic and the passengers who unwittingly savored their final meal. Number 8. Discovery of the Titanic wreckage. On September 1, 1985, a joint American-French expedition, led by Dr. Robert Ballard and Jean-Louis Michel, made a momentous discovery, locating the RMS Titanic's final resting place. The sunken ship lay at a depth of 12,500 feet in the Atlantic Ocean, approximately 370 miles southeast of Newfoundland. This tragic site served as a time capsule, preserving the memories of the more than 1,500 passengers and crew members who lost their lives. The successful finding was made possible through the use of a remotely operated vehicle, ROV, named Argo, equipped with cameras and sonar devices. The captured images provided a meticulous exploration of the ship's remains, leading to further investigations and the recovery of valuable artifacts. In the years following the discovery, numerous expeditions have revisited the site, unearthing a wealth of artifacts and relics that offer insights into the lives of those aboard the Titanic. These well-preserved items, entombed in the depths of the ocean, continue to captivate and haunt us with the stories they bear. The wreckage of the Titanic is spread across a vast area, with the bow and stern lying about 2,000 feet apart. The ship's midsection suffered extensive damage during the sinking, resulting in debris scattered across the ocean floor. The extensive debris field surrounding the wreckage contains numerous personal belongings, remnants of the ship's infrastructure, and other chilling artifacts that serve as witnesses to the tragic events of April 15, 1912. Number 9. Personal belongings and their haunting stories. The belongings recovered from the Titanic wreckage offer a poignant glimpse into the lives of the passengers who perished in the disaster. Each item serves as a unique and haunting narrative, humanizing the tragedy and establishing a tangible link to the past. One such discovery is an exceptionally well-preserved leather suitcase, once owned by Howard Irwin, a 41-year-old American. Found amid the debris, it contained clothing, shoes, a pipe, a shaving kit, and a diary. Howard, a second-class passenger, did not board the ship for reasons unknown, but his suitcase endured the ill-fated journey, offering a poignant glimpse into the life he left behind. Another heart-rending find was a silver locket, retrieved from the ocean floor, carrying a lock of hair and a photograph of a young boy named Sidney Leslie Goodwin. Just 19 months old, Sidney was an English child who, along with his entire family, tragically perished in the sinking. The Goodwin family, third-class passengers seeking a new life in America, faced a devastating fate, and their locket stands as a heartbreaking testament to their lives lost. A chilling tale is connected to a gold pocket watch discovered in a victim's coat pocket. The watch belonged to John Starr March, a 63-year-old first-class passenger traveling with his wife Susan. John's body was found and buried at sea, with the pocket watch stopped at 1:27, a haunting reminder of the moment when the icy waters claimed his life. Jewelry pieces found in the wreckage carry their own unique and often tragic stories. Among them, a pearl and diamond pendant once owned by Eleanor Widener, a first-class passenger who survived the disaster. Unfortunately, her husband and son were not as fortunate, and the pendant, a gift from her husband, remains a poignant symbol of love and loss from that fateful night. Certain clothing items have also been unearthed, including a beaded black dress believed to have belonged to Helen Churchill Candy, a survivor and accomplished author. She was traveling to care for her injured son in New York, and the intricate details of her dress, now preserved in a museum, reflect the elegance and opulence experienced by the Titanic's first-class passengers. Among the most heart-wrenching discoveries are children's toys recovered from the wreckage. A small tin spinning top, presumed to have belonged to a child in third class, serves as a poignant reminder of the innocence and vulnerability of the youngest victims of the disaster. Personal documents like letters and postcards provide an intimate glimpse into the lives and emotions of the Titanic's passengers. One such document is a letter written by Adolf Saalfeld, a first-class passenger, to his wife. Penned just hours before the ship struck the iceberg, the letter reveals the daily life on board and the excitement of the voyage. Adolf survived the disaster, but his heartfelt words serve as a chilling reminder of the lives forever changed by the tragedy. Number 10. The Heart of the Ocean Necklace Myth. The 1997 film Titanic brought the tragic tale of the ill-fated ship to a new generation, introducing a fictional element that has become ingrained in Titanic lore, the Heart of the Ocean Necklace. This fictional necklace in the movie features a large heart-shaped blue diamond that is believed to have been on the Titanic when it sank. Although the storyline is purely fictional, it has captured the imaginations of audiences and sparked speculation about the existence of a similar artifact among the wreckage. In reality, there is no evidence to support the presence of a necklace like the Heart of the Ocean on board the Titanic. The closest historical parallel is the story of a diamond necklace owned by Kate Florence Phillips, a young Englishwoman traveling in first class with her lover Henry Morley. This necklace, called the Love of the Sea, was a gift from Morley to Phillips during the voyage, symbolizing their love and the beginning of their new life together. While both Phillips and the necklace survived the sinking, Morley tragically perished in the disaster. Although the Heart of the Ocean necklace is a captivating aspect of the Titanic story, it remains a creation of Hollywood. Nevertheless, the real-life artifacts and stories of love, loss, and survival connected to the Titanic continue to enthrall and deeply affect those who delve into the history of the ship and its passengers. Number 11. The chilling iceberg impact relics. The tragic fate of the Titanic was sealed when it collided with an iceberg on April 14, 1912, resulting in the loss of over 1,500 lives. The EERIE artifacts retrieved from the wreckage, bearing the scars of the iceberg's impact, establish a tangible link to the moment of disaster and the terrifying forces of nature that led to the ship's demise. Among these haunting artifacts is a section of the ship's hull, torn and twisted by the collision's force. Once representing the Titanic's strength, the massive steel plates now lie mangled on the ocean floor, offering evidence of the iceberg's destructive power. Known as the Big Piece, this wreckage, measuring over 20 feet long and 12 feet wide, has provided invaluable insights into the events that led to the ship's sinking. Another chilling relic from the iceberg impact is a piece of the ship's railing discovered near the bow section of the wreckage. The railing, once sturdy and secure on the ship's deck, is now bent and twisted, a poignant symbol of the chaos and destruction following the collision. This damaged railing serves as a haunting reminder of the lives forever changed by the disaster. The ship's massive anchor chain also bears the marks of the iceberg's impact. Once used to secure the Titanic's enormous anchor, the tangled and twisted chain on the ocean floor provides a chilling glimpse into the collision's force and the immense weight of the ship dragged to its underwater resting place. Among the most enigmatic artifacts related to the iceberg impact is a small piece of the iceberg itself, carefully preserved in a glass vial. This fragment of ice, retrieved from the collision site, serves as a chilling reminder of the seemingly innocent natural element that caused one of history's most devastating maritime disasters. The preserved ice serves as a tangible connection to the moment of disaster, symbolizing the ship's tragic encounter with nature. In addition to these physical artifacts, the chilling testimonies of Titanic survivors offer insight into the terrifying moments that followed the iceberg's impact. Their accounts describe the shuddering vibrations that ran through the ship upon collision, the eerie sounds of metal twisting, and the sight of the iceberg's looming shadow as it scraped against the ship's hull. Together with the haunting artifacts recovered from the wreckage, these testimonies serve as a powerful reminder of the human lives forever altered by the events of that fateful night. Number 12. The mysterious third-class shoes. One of the most intriguing discoveries among the artifacts retrieved from the Titanic wreckage is a large collection of shoes belonging to the ship's third-class passengers. These scattered shoes on the ocean floor have puzzled researchers and captured the imagination of those fascinated by the ship's tragic history. The mysterious origin of these shoes is believed to be connected to the third-class cabins located at the stern of the ship, where many of the less affluent passengers were accommodated. When the Titanic sank, this area remained above water for a longer time, leading to the possibility that the shoes were either washed out of the cabins or discarded by passengers during the final moments of the disaster. One theory proposes that the shoes were left behind by third-class passengers trying to reach the upper decks in search of lifeboats. In the frantic rush to escape the sinking ship, many passengers may have taken off their shoes to move more easily, or discarded them due to water damage. The shoes left behind in the chaos would have eventually sunk with the ship and ended up on the ocean floor. Another possibility is that the shoes were part of a cargo shipment being transported across the Atlantic. The Titanic was known to carry various goods and materials in its cargo hold, including textiles and clothing. The close grouping of the shoes may suggest that they were part of a shipment that got dislodged during the sinking and scattered on the ocean floor. Regardless of their origin, these mysterious shoes serve as a haunting reminder of the lives lost in the disaster and the hardships faced by the Titanic's third-class passengers. The shoes, ranging from sturdy leather boots to delicate lace-up slippers, provide a tangible connection to the individuals who once wore them and the world they left behind. Some of the shoe stories hold particular poignancy. One pair of small, worn leather boots is believed to have belonged to a young Irish boy named Eugene Daly, who was traveling to America with his sister, hoping for a better life. Sadly, Eugene, who was just 20 years old, perished in the disaster, while his sister Margaret managed to escape on a lifeboat. The discovery of Eugene's boots on the ocean floor is a chilling reminder of the young life tragically cut short by the disaster. Another pair of shoes belonging to a young woman named Milvina Dean tells a tale of survival. Milvina was only 9 weeks old when she boarded the Titanic with her family, and she remains the youngest survivor of the disaster. Milvina's shoes were recovered from the wreckage and later returned to her, symbolizing hope and resilience amid the tragedy. The enigmatic third-class shoes, whether left behind by desperate passengers or part of a cargo shipment, offer a haunting and poignant glimpse into the world of the Titanic's most vulnerable passengers. As we remember the lives lost in the disaster, these haunting artifacts from the ship's third-class cabins stand as a powerful reminder of the human lives forever changed by the events of that fateful night. Number 13. The ship's ghostly remains. While the personal belongings salvaged from the Titanic evoke strong emotions, the eerie remnants of the ship itself are perhaps even more unsettling. Resting in darkness for over a century, the immense wreckage serves as a stark reminder of the disaster's magnitude and the technological wonder that was the Titanic. The ship's bow, mostly intact, presents a haunting spectacle. Once a magnificent structure, it now bears a covering of rusticles, icicle-like formations formed by iron-eating bacteria. As the Titanic's iron slowly dissolves, the rusticles become a visual representation of time's passage and the inevitable decay of the vessel. The Grand Staircase, one of the Titanic's most iconic features, now exists only as a spectral impression on the ocean floor. The elegant wooden structure, once a symbol of luxury, succumbed to the sea, leaving only a faint outline of its former grandeur. The empty space it once occupied evokes a sense of loss and the passage of time as nature reclaims the vestiges of human accomplishment. The ship's colossal boilers, formerly responsible for powering the Titanic's engines, now lie scattered amid the wreckage. These rusting giants stand as a testament to the ship's sheer power and the innovative engineering that propelled it across the Atlantic. The sight of the now cold and lifeless boilers serves as a chilling reminder of the ship's tragic fate. The ship's cargo hold, once brimming with a treasure trove of goods and valuables, now houses an array of eerie artifacts. Among these relics is the remains of a 1912 Renault automobile, which belonged to first-class passenger William Carter. The car, now a rusted shell, symbolizes both the technological advancements of its time and the vulnerability of human achievement in the face of catastrophe. The shattered stern of the Titanic lies in chaotic disarray. Twisted metal and debris scattered across the ocean floor stand in stark contrast to the relatively preserved bow. The destruction of the stern serves as a haunting reminder of the immense forces at play during the ship's final moments and the devastating impact of the disaster on both the vessel and its passengers. Number 14. The Marconi Room's Desperate Messages. The Marconi Room played a crucial role in the tragic story of the Titanic, serving as the hub of wireless communication with the outside world. The distress messages sent from this room during the ship's final hours offer a chilling and haunting glimpse into the panic, despair, and heroism that unfolded on the ill-fated vessel as it succumbed to the icy waters of the North Atlantic. Operated by two young telegraph operators, Jack Phillips and Harold Bride, the Marconi Room was equipped with cutting-edge wireless technology for its time. Their primary responsibility was to transmit and receive messages to and from other ships and shore stations, including updates on the ship's progress, ice warnings, and personal messages for the passengers. However, when disaster struck on the night of April 14, 1912, their role transformed dramatically as they became the lifeline for the sinking ship. As the Titanic started to sink, Phillips and Bride were tasked with sending distress signals to nearby ships, urgently calling for assistance. Using Morse code, they transmitted a mix of standardized distress signals like CQD, all stations distress, and the newer SOS, Save Our Souls, signal. The chilling transcripts of these messages provide a harrowing account of the unfolding tragedy, as the telegraph operators desperately tried to summon help while the ship rapidly sank. The messages exhibit a sense of increasing urgency, with phrases such as, "We are sinking fast," and "Women and children in boats cannot last much longer." The frantic tone of these messages offers a haunting insight into the terror and desperation experienced by the crew in their final moments. One of the most poignant messages sent from the Marconi Room was the final transmission at 2:17 a.m., just moments before the Titanic disappeared beneath the waves. This last message, comprising a simple CQ all stations followed by a sequence of random letters, is believed to be Phillips's attempt to maintain communication as the power supply to the Marconi Room dwindled. The chilling finality of this message serves as a stark reminder of the human lives forever altered by that fateful night. The artifacts recovered from the Marconi Room, including pieces of wireless equipment, headphones, and telegraph keys, offer a tangible connection to the desperate messages sent during the ship's final hours. These haunting artifacts, along with the chilling transcripts of the messages, stand as a powerful tribute to the bravery and sacrifice of the telegraph operators who remained at their posts until the very end. Number 15. The Tragic Fate of the Band. The tale of the Titanic's band has become one of the most enduring and moving stories of the disaster. Comprising 8 musicians under the leadership of Wallace Hartley, the band valiantly played their instruments as the ship sank, offering comfort and solace to the frightened passengers. Tragically, none of the band members survived, and their selfless acts have since become a symbol of courage and unwavering dedication in the face of certain death. Artifacts associated with the band members, including sheet music, a violin case, and personal belongings like a pocket watch and cufflinks, were recovered from the wreckage. Among these relics, Wallace Hartley's violin holds immense significance. It was found in 2006, securely encased in a leather bag, and thorough research has confirmed its authenticity. This poignant discovery serves as a chilling reminder of the band's final moments and the melodies that provided comfort to those facing the tragic end. The band's repertoire consisted of hymns and popular tunes of the era, carefully chosen to uplift and calm the passengers during the ship's evacuation. Survivors recalled that one of the last songs played by the band was the hymn, "Nearer, My God, to Thee." This haunting melody continues to evoke strong emotions and stands as a tribute to the band's bravery and sacrifice.